Have you ever found yourself absolutely despising something about someone else, like their arrogance, their laziness, or maybe even their dishonesty, only to wonder later, wait, do I do that too? Today, we're peeling back the layers of a mind-bending psychological trick called projection. It's the secret mirror we all hold up without even knowing it. Why should you care? Because understanding projection isn't just some fancy psychology lesson. It's a key to unlocking who you really are. It's about seeing the flaws you hate in others and realizing they might just be staring back at you. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at your judgments the same way again. Let's kick things off with a question. Think about the last time you got really annoyed at someone. Maybe they were selfish, rude, or just plain annoying. What was it that set you off? Now here's the twist: could that thing you hated so much be something you've got hiding inside yourself, even just a little bit? Projection is this wild thing we do, where we take parts of ourselves, feelings, traits, insecurities, and slap them onto someone else like a sticker. It's almost like our brain says, nope, I don't want to deal with this, so you get it instead. Ever snapped at someone for being too sensitive, then later realized you were the one who couldn't handle the moment? That's projection sneaking in. I want you to dig into your own life for a sec. When's the last time you judged someone hard, like really went off in your head about them? Was it their attitude? Their choices? Now flip it. Have you ever caught yourself acting the same way? Be honest. Here's where you come and drop a comment below. Tell me one trait you can't stand in others, and let's figure out together if it's ever popped up in your own mirror. This is going to get real, so don't hold back. If this is already hitting home, do me a favor, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We're diving deep into the stuff that makes us human, and I'd love for you to stick around for more. Share this with a friend who needs a little mind-blowing truth today. Let's get them in on this too. So, what's projection all about? Picture this. It's like your mind's sneaky way of dodging the hard stuff. Back in the day, Sigmund Freud, the big daddy of psychology, called it a defense mechanism. When something about ourselves feels too messy to face, we toss it onto someone else. Hate how selfish your coworker is? Maybe it's because, deep down, you're scared you're a little selfish too. Science backs this up. A study from the University of California found that people who nitpick others for specific flaws, like being unreliable or judgmental, are often more likely to show those exact same traits. It's wild, right? Our brain's basically playing hide and seek with itself. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Sarah, she's at a coffee shop, rolling her eyes at this guy who's hogging the barista's time with a million questions. So selfish, she mutters. Cut to an hour later. Sarah's holding up her friends at lunch because she can't decide what to order. Boom, projection in action. She's blind to it, but we're not. Or take Mike. He's always calling his buddy Tom arrogant for bragging about his new car. Then, at dinner, Mike's the one flexing about his latest promotion, totally oblivious. The irony's so thick you could cut it with a knife. But here's the kicker: projection isn't just about the bad stuff. Ever met someone who's obsessed with how amazing someone else is? Like, oh, they're so confident, so perfect. That could be projection too. Maybe they're secretly craving that confidence for themselves but can't admit it. It's like they're handing over their own gold star because they don't feel worthy of it. Now, how do you spot this in your own life? Next time you're fuming at someone, hit pause. Ask yourself, is this about them or is it about me? It's tough, but it's a game changer. Journaling helps too. Scribble down what bugs you about others and see if a pattern pops up. You might find your own face in those words. There's this thing called the fundamental attribution error that ties in here. We're quick to say someone's a jerk because that's just who they are. But when we snap, it's, oh, I was stressed. It's not me. That's projection's sneaky cousin blaming their character while excusing ours. Try this out. Next time you're in a spat, think back. Were you projecting something onto them? Maybe they didn't deserve all that heat. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear how this plays out for you. Let's get real for a minute. If you don't catch projection in the act, it's like handing over the keys to your life. you end up stuck misjudging people, burning bridges, and never really growing. Think about it. How many fights could have been avoided if you'd seen that mirror sooner? How many friendships slipped away because you couldn't face what was really going on inside? Unchecked projection doesn't just mess with your relationships, it keeps you blind to yourself. You're out there pointing fingers, but the real stories happening in here point to chest, and that's a heavy price to pay. But flip that around, what happens when you do get it? When you start seeing projection for what it is, you're suddenly free. You stop taking every little thing personally. You get why people act the way they don't, why you do too. That's power. That's empathy. That's a whole new way to live. Science says it loud and clear. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that folks who practice self-reflection cut their projection by 30%. That's 30% less drama, 30% more peace. Imagine what that could do for your day-to-day less yelling, more understanding, less chaos, more clarity. Picture this vignette. A mom scolding her kid for being too needy, saying, "Why can't you just handle things yourself?" Then the screen splits in one side. She's nagging her husband for help with every little chore. The lighting's star cone sides cold and blue, the others warm and soft. It's a gut punch. She's projecting her own neediness, and she doesn't even see it. Or this, a guy's trashing his friend for always fishing for compliments. Cut to him posting a selfie online, waiting for the likes to roll in. The contrast hits hard bright spotlight on his judgment, dim glow on his own insecurity. That's the mirror of disdain staring back. So, what's at stake? If you keep projecting, you're stuck in a loop blaming the world while missing the real fix. But if you face it, you grow. You connect. You become someone who doesn't just react, but reflects. That's the difference between surviving and thriving. If this is lighting a spark in you, please hit that like button and subscribe. I'd love to keep exploring this stuff with you. Share this video with someone who might need a little nudge to look in their own mirror. Let's spread the vibe and keep the conversation going. All right, let's wrap this up. Today, we've cracked open projection, this crazy trick our minds play, where we pin our own stuff on everyone else. From hating selfishness while hogging the spotlight, to praising confidence we secretly crave, it's all a mirror. And that mirror? It's showing us more than we might want to see. Here's the takeaway. Projection's not just a flaw, it's a clue. It's your brain waving a flag saying, hey, there's something here to work on. And when you catch it, you're not just dodging drama, you're stepping into self-awareness, empathy, and real strength. One small tip before we go. Next time you're about to judge someone, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this about them or is it about me? 5 seconds of reflection could save you hours of regret. If you loved this dive into the psyche, check out our video on the fundamental attribution error, its projections, tricky little sidekick. Or stick around for more ways to decode what's going on up here. Tap head. There's so much more to unpack. Thanks for hanging out with me today. You're awesome for being here, for thinking deep, and for daring to look in that mirror. Drop your thoughts below. What did you see in yours? I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.